So we've got a mat work side plank next. I've already demonstrated and taught the side plank on your elbow. This is going to be a progression further along, meaning that you're on your wrist. So it's a higher lift off the ground. So like the elbow plank, you have still got stages and levels of opportunities to stay lower or higher. So we've got the hand that's underneath our shoulder. We're not starting off too far away because as you lift, you will put a huge strain on the shoulder itself. So hand underneath your shoulder, my bottom knee is bent, my top leg is straight. You might initially need a little lift up with your top hand or your spare hand. From there, think about the ribs rising, breath in, lifting your underneath hip off the floor, reaching the arm up towards the ceiling. That would be my first phase. In my classes, my next phase would be a leg lift, but I would only lift the leg if, for example, I could keep my height. So if I've dipped, I'm not ready for the leg lift. So if I'm able to keep that nice curvature through, look forward, and then add the extension of the leg without dipping, then that would be your next progression. So you've got level 1 and level 2 right there. Level 3, how I would get into position would be I just have a little cross of my ankles, okay? So I've crossed my top leg over the bottom, my knees are bent, and I do tend to teach this in what I call a bit of a butterfly effect with the knees. So it gives you a bit of a launch up into position. Again, you might need the top hand to give you a little shift. Okay, you push down through your feet, and again, if you feel better in trainers with a little bit more stability through the feet and the ankles, that's absolutely fine. So I push down through my top loaded foot. I might give myself a little shift up, but I'm going to use this area to add some extra depth. So I push down through that top leg and I'm able to squeeze. So I started bent and I pushed. Reach up through to the ceiling, relax the neck. I've not got my shoulder up by my ear. I'm a nice rounded rainbow. I bend the knees and I release. So I've got my knees apart. My top foot is almost like your launch pad. Okay, so push down through that top leg. Ready? Push. Both legs stretch and then lift up through, relax the shoulders. Now, although I want you to lift the ribs, I don't want you to stick them out. So pull down here, lift up through. Again, maintaining your neck, squeezing your bottom, bend the knees and come down. So it's that initial launch, that's the launch. So you're pushing through your top foot to launch up into a full side plank. So level 1, bottom knee bent, reach up through. We added the lift of the leg, but we only do the lift of the leg if our core, our obliques, our waist is strong enough and we don't lose the dip. Things to think about actually is when you lift up into this position is if you lose your neck. So as you lift up, if I'm not strong enough here, this will happen. I'll shrink into my neck, and all you'll get as a result of that is a sore neck and shoulder. So remember your levels. Elbow is always your first level on the plank. You've built up. This is now a wrist plank, okay? Fingers pointing away from you, hand under shoulder, relax the neck, bottom knee bent, foot is backwards, lift up and lift from your armpits. So feel like you're lifting up from here, not sinking. So lift, look forward. Leg lift would be level 2. Breathe. Arm down, leg down, release down. Next progression, you've already seen it, but as a recap, top foot is your launch pad, knees open like a butterfly. You're gonna squeeze the legs together, reach up, squeezing your bottom, lifting your ribs. Again, think of the armpit lifting. Breathe, bend your knees, and down you go. Good luck.